It's the Cable MTG Show.
I think I'm supposed to take the Palace Jailer. Green doesn't have a lot in the way of interaction with the opponent's things. And so Palace Jailer is kind of like filling a hole for green. And I do like filling holes. This track's called I Need Saturday Off so I can play in a teenager's basement. I think the title was the main reason I added it to the playlist. Yeah, I trust you, Vadix. Just get it in. I still explore the fucking win so many games. I'm going to take the Palace Jailer, but it might actually be wrong. So a Johnny looks like a fucking busted card, but a Johnny is much, much worse if you're not drafting red stuff. I might draft it anyway, just to like cut off, just to cut white, right? Like someone might see it as a signal. But Library's interesting. I mean, fucking Ugin's interesting. Yeah, just for signaling purposes, I guess. Oh, birds. Give me that birds. Will Bear, maybe? You demand KGLW? Oh, yeah, that was not part of the stip, friend. But song requests are open. This is another band that I'm going to see this year. I did get to see them last year in a like very tight, a very small, sweaty venue in Chicago. And it was the fucking best. It was so cramped. It was like packed to the gills, right? I grew gills just for the show, just so I could be packed into the gills. I don't have this Metamorph, I think. Metamorph and Palace Jailer could be sweet. Hope that Torsten wheels. It probably won't. Oh shit, what up? Hey, thanks for $20, Vadix, for the green-white poop. Yeah, I always liked High on Fire a bit more than Sleep. They just like, I don't know, the energy fit me a bit better. Sleep, obviously iconic, obviously a great band. Was never super high on the vocals. I guess I'm digging this. Maybe we get a strip mine later for it. Oh, this is interesting. Skyclave versus Sentinel. I think these two cards are very close in power level. Seeing these guys open for Meshuggah was super nice. That sounds like an excellent fucking show. Meshuggah is one of my favorite live bands. Yeah, when I saw High on Fire, they had some Matt Pike art that they were selling at the merch booth. And it was like kind of reasonably priced. It kind of looked like if you taught a caveman how to paint with like modern like tools, you know, which is kind of what you would expect with Matt Pike. I almost bought it. Maybe if he's selling a piece when I see them in December, I'll pick up a new piece of art. I would enjoy that. That also sounds like a sick tour, 43%. Jesus Christ. Every time I've seen Meshuggah, I feel like I've seen them with, like, bands that I wouldn't necessarily pair them with. That's Savannah. That's my land. I'm probably supposed to take the Clamp, actually, but I'm going to grab the Savannah. Maybe? It is the Clamp, isn't it? It is the Clamp. I should take the Clamp. Flips by a Johnny. I've got these Mana Dorks. God damn it. It was my land. It was for me. Vadix is donating elite emotion amount there for 2 King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard songs. Wow, I get to choose? Oh, man. All right, what are the 2 shortest King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard songs? Nah, I'm just playing. I'm not going to do you like that. Glimmerlands for a Johnny. Huh? Glimmerlands and Metamorph can get me a red creature for a Johnny. Kind of in the mood for Great Chain. We'll see. We'll see how I feel when we get there. Dripping Tap. I haven't heard Dripping Tap in a minute. Yeah, Meshuggah with, hey, the Torsten did wheel. We can get a Gaia's Cradle. This Torsten's very castable and very good. Yeah, watching them with Ghost and System of a Down was an odd pairing for Meshuggah. And then in the other direction, I saw Cannibal Corpse open for them, which is a very good show. Cannibal Corpse, Obituary, and I'm spacing on the other opener. Wolves of Ice, I don't know. The other opener was like kind of known for people playing Magic the Gathering in the mosh pit. They would just like throw out precons into the crowd and be like, play some fucking Magic. Circle pit, get around them. And I had because there were so many openers and stuff, I didn't like want to stand all day. That would be hard on my back. So I got the fancy seats up in the mezzanine, and I was looking down, and I got some good camera footage of the the mosh pit and the mosh pit Magic the Gathering. I'm gonna grab that Gaia's Cradle, huh? I was just talking about that. We have a Sowing Microspawn that can tutor it up. Let me cast this Torsten. Hell yeah. The best non-power card for us here would be like Parallax Wave, followed by Swords of Plowshares. More like a Mox Pit, exactly. Hey, thanks, Vadix. Thanks again for the donations. That Natural Order's tempting, huh? That's a way to find a Torsten. I'm gonna grab this Heath, though. We passed the Savannah already. We kind of need something. We need to throw the mana base a bone. We got some doubles here. The Natural Order might wheel, too. It took me a while to appreciate the King Gizzard and Lizard Wizard drummer. Or two drummers when they had two. But I don't think they've ever used I don't think they've ever had a drum part that I would have come up with, like in a million years. Yeah, the Vista's interesting, the Chromox is interesting, and the Guide of Souls, that Guide of Swills. Those are all interesting cards to me. I think I'm gonna grab that Chrome Mox. I can't say no to a Mox. Every time you can, you go to Tool live events. Yeah, I enjoyed Tool when I saw them. Glad I drove down to Chicago to check them out. I don't think I would travel to see Tool again. It would depend on who was opening. Oddity's pretty good with that Gaia's Cradle. But yeah, they had good production value and such. Hell yeah, Helior. Let's draft this starting town, huh? A little bit of fixin'. Ocelot Pride. Well, now I regret passing that Guide of Souls. I kind of knew I was going to regret passing the Guide of Souls. Pride's still good. We got this Clamp here. Cat Tribal with the Johnny. Not really my pack, is it? I do Mutant Turtle Hermit. I do think that Umezawa's is worse than it was a couple of years back. And it will likely continue getting worse. Well, this is another good one to cast off a Gaia's Cradle. So Crop Rotation lets us find Gaia's Cradle more often. Council's Judgment answers some serious things. I guess we have Skyclave and Palace Jailer already. Let's grab the Crop Rotation. Guide came back? Okay. All right. Now we're cooking, friends. I don't love this card, but I could see spraying out some tokens being really good. Voice is interesting. Ouroboros plays well with our whole go wide strategy here. Think about that Springheart Nintuku. It's a good one with Cradle Hum. So something about the Crop Rotation is you don't want it to just be able to get Gaia's Cradle. You kind of want it to be a utility card. We're going to answer other problems for you. And that's kind of what Caracas is giving us. And it's on color. Doesn't Ouroboros always wheel? Maybe. I don't think we're the only green drafter. Does Kren count as splashing? I need a ruling on Kren under City Dreamer. Only if you plan to flip it. I mean, I'd probably flip it at some point, huh? We have a starting town here. No other colors! It's just green! This is an innocent green creature. Look at how innocent and green it looks. Alright, well, Lauren's good with Crocus anyway. Arwen also good with Crocus. Metamorph? Oh, I wasn't even thinking about Metamorph as a blue card. Yeah. Does Metamorph break it? Had to get your ass out of bed for that. While you're out of bed, I need a second ruling. You couldn't play a Metamorph in a Celestia Commander deck? Well, it's a good thing this isn't a Celestia Commander deck, because the Stip Demander, the Stip Donator said it was fine. So everyone who poo-pooed Metamorph, you're fucking wrong, and you should feel bad. You should feel ashamed for your wrong opinion. Yeah, let's win the Winds of Abandon. Well, the Enduring Innocence card draw could be really good here. I just like our ability to overload the winds. Horizon Canopy. That seems like it was made for me, huh? Alright. A little something off of Gumboot Soup here. Metamorph's a cut anyway. Maybe. Gotta cut something, huh? What if you have a shame kink and said that Metamorph didn't count on purpose? I think that would be fucking disgusting. And you should sit in the corner and think about what you did. I really like Knight of the Reliquary being able to shoot her for Gaia's Cradle and Caracas. That like fits what we're doing here quite a bit. It's very hard to justify taking Knight of the Reliquary over Philia. Really wish I could have gotten 2 picks out of this pack, huh? Like the most green-white ass card of all time versus like the new Busted Hotness. What a stupid fucking dog, huh? We do have this Overlord. Parallax Wave. Oh. Yavimaya, meaning that if they sweep us, the Cradle can still tap for mana. That's something. New Cards Rider. That's a separate stip, Real Monk Man. The new cards only stip. I was clearly very hesitant to lock into that one. Voice of Victory does not make red tokens, but Glimmerlens does. Yeah, I suppose Voice is really good with Enduring Innocence, huh? And then I have to figure out 2 cuts now. Chat always making my life hard. Makes red tokens. Okay, well. Ajani's backside is red. Fucking Glimmerlens makes a red token. Metamorph can copy red cards. Who cares? I'm not using red mana on any of them. They do not give me red card vibes. Even though Lauren is good with Caracas, I'm going to sideboard it. Yeah, you're right, Dumenstein. I was wrong. I'll admit it. It's not hard to say as a grown-ass man to look directly into the camera and just say I was wrong. We'll come back to that later. Usually I'm not high on Lotus Cobra, but we do have these fucking 7-drops. At least we got something to ramp to, huh? Oh, shit, what up? Hey, Sim Spiral, thanks for the sub, thanks for the 89 months there. Thanks for sharing that Prime. Magic Online trying to give me an island in my fucking clearly pure green-white deck. Some people are going to wonder what kind of thought I put into this mana base. College classes. And she's like, oh, so much work, sign up for the classes. And I was like, man, that was like one of my favorite things about college was researching all the classes and figuring out my schedule and stuff. That was like, I really enjoyed that. I was always like super on top of it and ahead of everybody else and stuff. Make sure I get the good classes. Figuring out the time schedule so that I could like spend time with my friends between. Wasn't getting up too early. Had professors I liked. Would like look into their fucking like published works and try and figure out if I would have chemistry with them and stuff. Anyway, I was waxing poetic about all of that, and I realized that her eyes had like gotten a little big. like oh, you were always like this. Enjoying meticulously planning everything was not a new development. Man, the turn 1 Ocelot Pride seems so good, but it is a 1-lander on the play. What could go wrong, right? What card do I love being asked to sign the most? Probably Mere Battlesphere. You could not be more opposite, right? Yeah. Yeah, not everybody's the same. Even when I'm jamming, like, if I'm going to like Gen Con or something, I really enjoy going through all the events. Read through like all of the sections that have things that might interest me, which ends up being like half their scheduling. Or if I'm traveling to a city, oh man. If I'm traveling, I really like looking up like reviews for all of the hotels I'm interested in an area. And I'll look at the Google reviews, and then I'll look at the TripAdvisor reviews. I like to take out the bad reviews, the negative reviews for hotels in question, and then like think about if those things apply to me at all. Think about like my transportation between like the venue, the hotel. Do like restaurant searches nearby, see what I'm going to be doing. Think about museums to check out if I've got free time. Just like, oh man, just mapping it all out. That's a good ass time right there. I like the deck building phase of travel. Yes, AZ. Yes, that is the perfect fucking way to put it. The deck building phase. Oh man, I'm just a deck builder in like all facets of life. Hey, Whiskey Weasel thinks that $6.90 donation. Oh, you got a track that's fitting for Selesnya? Ooh. Are they going to be nature noises? We'll see. Maybe something by Cat Empire. I'm excited to see what you got. You're more of a winging it kind of person? Yeah, there's nothing wrong with winging it. Can find a different sort of adventure that way. Hell yeah, Mirror Twin. So we attack, we get 2 more tokens. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I want to metamorph the Soul Ring and start clamping, but it's probably better to just... get that a Johnny down, get the, well, you know. This going wide thing, yeah, that's a deep cut, G-Ray. Man, that fucking riff. If I'd equipped the clamp, they'd be dead here. I didn't do the math. If you couldn't tell. No, my things! Very rude. Fuck. If I lose this game right now, I mean, if I lose this game, it'd be very green-white of me. To have this fucking board of 1 billion power and lose to a sweeper. I should play the Cobra before the Heath here. It's alright. With the power of infinite cards, can the Celestia deck come back? Yeah, let's just do that shit again, Lauren could pop Soul Ring. I mean, they tapped that Soul Ring every turn of the game. It didn't really matter. It needs some help, but it's got a high potential. High potential with this clamp here. You wish it was the original clamp art? Yeah, a little bit more iconic, Awkward. No, my lies! I wanted to continue with the lies! Oh, let's put a Lucha to hand. Sure, sure. Don't tank on this. Don't do things. I don't want to play anymore. I mean, we still have a Torsten in here. I guess I'm supposed to struggle on until they play a real win con. You think opponent almost always plays control decks? Oh yeah? Have you played against them before? I have two. I recognize their name, but I play against so many folk. I just like don't really place names to decks and stuff. Too much to keep track of. Alright, this is... There are worlds where you board out Moxen against heavy control decks. Meh. We'll just do more, do better. All right, Whiskey Weasel has a star quest that's fitting for Selesnya. Oh, some Wet Leg. Hell yeah. Catch These Fists. I don't know if I've heard this one. Came out 6 months ago. I wonder if this music video is stream appropriate. I guess we'll find out together. Oh shit, I killed my rum and my brandy. Well, I got some other rum. I think I'm gonna drink this vodka. Hey, we got an opponent again. I've heard good things about Wet Leg's live show. I haven't had the pleasure of catching them yet. It's pretty rare that there's like a pop group that I like. The most Guy's Cradle opener of all time here. Come on. This hand is so bad in this matchup. You saw them. They were pretty fun, but mixed fairly poorly. Sometimes it's like a matter of the venue with that sort of thing. Kind of reminds you of the movie Midsommar. Yeah. I could see that vibe. There's a venue by you refuse to go to for that reason. There's a venue, like, kind of near me that, like, every time I go, I'm disappointed. And I still go, like, they have the Milwaukee Metal Fest there every year. And, it's a really good festival, and there's always a day there's just, like, a bunch of bands that I'm never going to get to see in any other way. And it's, like, right fucking there, you know? So I go every year, but every time I go there, not for that festival, I always, like, regret it. I saw The Sword there recently, and The Sword's, like, one of my actual favorite bands. And the mixing and sound quality was so bad. I had literally seen them at that venue before, too. Yeah, okay. Is she gonna marry the bird? I think there's a good chance she marries the bird. The issue with bird marriage that they don't teach you about in school is that it does leave you vulnerable to wrath of God. Maybe they do teach you that in some schools. That also means I wouldn't be able to clamp the bird if I drew clamp. I give to thee. I choose a mortal life. Ark, ark. Fucking toxic delusion on the stag. Arwen looking out for Arwen here, huh? The council has arrived to cast judgment. Oh, shit. Well, it looks like the Solitude's gonna get me. At least they had to fucking 3-for-1 themselves to answer this Arwen, huh? Let's see if we can draw something. Fuck. Alright. Go, my young pilgrim, go! I don't think this Preacher is like a very beatable card for me at the moment. Come on. Come on. Do I want to save a Johnny as a Caracas engine, or do I just want to flip it? I think I just want to flip it now. Eh? Oh my god. All right. Sorry about that. There was a fucking mouse in my room. So earlier today, I had professional mouse people come and like seal up the outside of my house so mice couldn't and rodents couldn't get in. I bet that made them like more active. The ones that were like trapped inside my house became more active because they can't go outside now. So I saw one just like in my fucking room next to me. So I ran out there with like a box to try and like corner it, but I couldn't quite. It got away. Chucking a towel on him's worked for you? Sure, I can see that working. I probably don't want to do that, actually. Do this trade? Yeah, the trade's fine. You feel like I gave up too quickly? Oh, chasing the mouse? So I saw it go into the corner, and the last time I cornered a mouse, the only way that I got it was with the help of Warren Fish, actually. A stream regular Warren Fish. It was the last CubeCon. And I was unable to like actually corner it by myself, but I needed a second person. So I thought that it was going to stay behind the corner, so I like bothered my wife while she was in the middle of her workout. But by the time I'd gotten her attention and gotten her out into our bedroom, it was no longer in the corner. I couldn't find it anymore. So at that point, it's just like fucking gone somewhere, right? You kind of have to track them. They move so fast. JRC did not help, correct. I was like, I need somebody to help me. And JRC was like, that person is not me. The best mouse bait is peanut butter. Yeah, I've had luck with peanut butter. I think I need to replace the peanut butter that I have in my traps right now. It got one mouse and then like none of the other ones. And it's been like a week or so it might just be stale. You've had a 10-year battle with rodents living in your walls? I think, so like, they haven't been that bad. I've lived in a lot of like old houses, right? My parents like to buy old places and then like rework, like redo the floors, and just like fix them up nice and then flip them. Which meant that I lived in a lot of like older places over the years. And in those old houses, like, you end up finding mice. Like, there's more than just skittering in the walls, bugging you when you're trying to sleep, which is the worst that I've had in this house. There's like, you'll find like mouse turds in your pantry, like where your food is kept, and then like you have to worry about like what you have to throw away and stuff. They'll chew holes in your clothes because they need like stuff for their bedding, and so you'll just find like half your socks have little holes in them. If you've got like an actual rodent problem. And I haven't had anything like that in this place. So I would like to cut it off before it gets anywhere close to that, but For now, I'm not too worried. Whoa. I'd like to draw 7 fucking cards. I hope that's okay. Hope you don't mind. Alright, it's your turn. Have I ever lived in a haunted house? No. I've lived in houses where, like, the vibe was wrong, but... Like, we moved into a house once where the room that I lived in, when we first moved into it, had a lock on the outside of the door. So, I assume someone was, like, locking their kid in there. Bad vibes, for sure. You could see people doing it if their kid sleepwalks. Sure, yeah. Keep them from, like, falling down the stairs or something. That's a charitable interpretation. Oh, that wasn't the case, Garber. It was, like, a hook lock on the outside. And it was, like... Yeah, this isn't a reverse door lock. This was a lock that was installed to lock people in the room, Huctarium. Sewing Mycospawn would not tap for any... If you imprinted a Mycospawn on a Chrome Mox, it wouldn't tap for anything. Okay. It's a lot of mana. Hate that for me. Could kick this. Do y'all think that was an appropriate number of Guide of Souls? They let me untap with a 2-1 and a Guide of Souls. The fools. What did they think was going to happen? 11 life? Pcha! Jeebers. So far, Metamorph has only copied white creatures. So many moles. Lot of moles, yeah. I really like that drum film. I guess that made up for 2 moles. The 5-land 2-card hand? Yeah, but like... the 2 cards are a little better, and we have Horizon Canopy this time, and... this is interesting, huh? The equip there. Hell yeah. I'm thinking about the Static Prison. It's good with Sarah Paragon. I don't know if I want to play those cards, though. Yeah, the deck's too good. We can't change things. Fuck that. This Chromox has been pretty stinky. Changing things sounds like thinking. It really does, doesn't it? I like how even if they answer the Ajani, I'll still have a token around to produce green with the Cradle. And the ceiling here is that they just don't answer it, right? We get to explode a little bit. Got me. Don't got me. Got me. So the attack with the Johnny is like kind of safe actually because we have the Crocus to protect it if they flashed in something. But that makes me a little vulnerable to removal, and there's no real reason. Just 1 damage, right? Who cares? I feel like they're just missing red, my opponent. I feel like they've got 6 red cards in their hand. Not quite Torsten mana yet. I was wrong. I was wrong on the 6 red cards. I'm going to expose the Ajani to removal. Get his voice down. How many sweepers could they have, right? They overblocked the Uvenwald? Yeah, by like 1, right? It didn't matter. Are we about to get bank-to-bank Stip trophies? I keep getting like these 4-land Chromox hands. It's just not where you want to see Chromox. I mean, if it was another land, it's not like it would help it very much, right? Why I gotta do you like that? It's just in my blood, Gemmons. But I appreciate the match. It was a sick one, I think. Just like playing on the birds living. Ah, you were playing for the trophy? Well, better luck next time. I thought that second game was quite close. Yeah, I'm currently playing for the trophy now, so a good time to start watching. You're hyped for CubeCon? Hell yeah, Muppet. Yeah, Arwen makes removal really awkward. And then 6 could potentially rebuy Arwen, so that's why I'm leading on the Arwen. They, like, kind of have to counter it, which increases the chance that 6 resolves. I might play Parallax Wave as a middle play before I play the 6. Am I going to jam any Arena Direct this weekend? Oh, is the I forgot that was happening. The fucking Modern Masters, right? Yes. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Takumi86 thanks for the sub. He's at 64 months. Be a bad attack and just dies on board. Yeah, I thought about using the sewing to get Caracas, and then the 6 would always be protected. You gonna get in with that Malcolm there? You flashed it in, you must want to attack with it. Fair enough. Yeah, so it's the third Modern Masters, right? It's like the whole point is... Actually, am I supposed to Metamorph the guide? If they reanimate Archon, I'll have to discard the Metamorph is the issue. Yeah, I should have done this pre-combat and then grown something. It is that red-green common, right? That you just want to fucking slam. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Remy LeBeau, thanks for the sub, thanks for 83 months, appreciate you. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Commando Zacho, thanks for the sub, thanks for 103 months there. This is a Luvite, yep. Pretty distinctive sound. Not bad for a mold of 5. Not bad, huh? I hope I'm doing a good job of, like, showing off. So green-white has a lot of weaknesses. There's a reason that green-white isn't, like, super fucking highly played. But I think I've done a good job of, like, showing how you should be trying to draft it to lean into the strengths of both colors. We even have, like, some cards in here that, like, highlight what the gold cards have to offer, right? Like, Caracas Arwen is pretty good. If we were able to get the Night of the Reliquary tutoring for Gaia's Cradle would be quite good in this deck. We've got, like, top end that Gradle can ramp into. We've got a bunch of card advantage that can help us overwhelm sweepers and, like, the Enduring Innocence, the Palace Jailer, the Torsten, that sort of thing, the 6 recursion. Parallax Wave solves some real problems for mono green. Green just like doesn't have removal, right? And Parallax Wave is like a one-sided, like kind of a fucked up card. Yeah, Parallax Wave was a double green card. It would just like, I don't know, it would move up green like a full point in this cube. Playing well helps a lot. Well, I haven't tried that. But I believe you. Kind of okay with that, huh? In terms of like flash creatures that could gunk me up. I missed Electric Cowboy the last time they came through kind of close to me. It would have been the Twin Cities, though. It would have been like a 5.5 hour drive. It's hard to justify when like Madison. Oh fuck! I just got dazed up. Madison is such a good music scene, and then like there's also Chicago and Milwaukee nearby. Milwaukee's an hour away. Chicago's 2 hours away. Hard to justify going further than that. If I'm ever in the Twin Cities, the Mall of America's Barnes & Noble has every criterion. If I ever go to the Twin Cities, and I'm pretty sure I will, I don't think I'm going to go to the Barnes & Noble, no offense. How bad is playing on this Skyclave? Pretty bad, right? Why is doing this again? Just run this thing out. For thee I give a mortal life. That's actually pretty awkward, huh? Oh, this is that Maximum the Hormone track I was talking about earlier. It does say you don't control. It'd be cool to Skyclave target your Parallax and then exile the Skyclave with the trigger on the stack. Well, maybe not with the trigger on the stack. Archon coming in? Yeah. Okay. Maybe I was supposed to just exile both my creatures and let the Archon hit happen, huh? Yeah, I think I like that better. Just exile both my creatures there. Let the Archon hit go. Might be losing this one. Much better showing for the opponent there. So close. Could play both. Could play the use the Lotus Cobra mana for Lion Sash, and then tap this to play the 6. I think I like having the Karakas able to protect the 6 here. I think it's gonna end up being good. Do I want to retrace Metamorph? What I do? Copy Ledger Shredder? Oh, maybe I should have played the Ocelot Pride and then equipped the Ocelot Pride with the Lion Sash. Oh, that's such a better line. Fuck. Oh well. Interesting, but I still became the Monarch, huh? What happens if I clone a Palace Jailer now? What happens if I clone a Tidebindered card? I get the printed card, right? Okay, I found a Reddit thread. It looks like you do get the printed card. Yeah, this might be bad, huh? I gave them a loot. I meant I'm not holding up Graveyard Hate. We'll see. Opponent doing some digging over there. That's always a good sign. All you do is play Clones and Commander. Nice, Thrifted Mitch. That's how you knew you're on top of it. Charge? Little charge action, huh? Okie dokie. I always like the instrumentals in this band. The old Illuvite has like a fun mixture of aggressive like male singing and like clean lady vocals that I think mixes really well. But I think my favorite's always their folky instrumentals. Right, Sinaz? Like 6 is rebuying lands, which you could use to feed Cobra if you wanted. Kind of feels like they've got like a Shallow Grave in hand or something, and they're wondering how they can bait me to tap my Karakas. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Gratz Cutie, thanks for the sub, thanks for 14 months. You want to know new top 50? Ah, that's what they're tanking on. Fair enough. That's back-to-back stips, back-to-back trophies, friends. Hell yeah. Have we only trophy today? Is that 3 for 3? That was sick. I think the first one was a 2-1.